We go rice and chicken on the plate. You're going at this. You eat both of them.
You see, I go rice, chicken, or rice, chicken.
So alternate
Uh,
at the same time. Also,
rice
first and then chicken.
yeah, but like I'll start with the rice and then I'll move on to the chicken and then
rice is life.
like I don't like eating two things at the same time.
What do you mean? What's the point of having it on the same plate?
I know it's just my thing in it.
Wait, what?
When like if I eat like
Fish and chips.
I eat the
rice
chips
first and then
chips first and then I eat the
I finish the rice first and then eat the chicken.
what's
It's like,
wings and chips. I always eat the chips first and then the wings. Last.
well, yeah,
Oh,
of course.
crazy.
That's how you're supposed to eat.
I guess that's different because I guess it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
hand
but-
foods.
Yeah, okay.
But I was like fork and knife.
If I have like a roast dinner, I'll eat the veg first and then
You're sicker.
Nah, you
I
have to-
eat
you have to. I'm with you there.
I eat
That's
the veg.
alright.
I was
Yeah,
raised.
that's alright.
You have to eat. The meat is a reward.
Yeah.
Like, I need to finish everything and then like finish on the meat.
But if a nuclear weapon drops, that's it. You've missed out on the meat.
No, because
because
it's taking the same time to finish like the meal. It's just
Nah.
I have one.
You gotta eat the meat first. Come on, guys.
Very rarely
What are we doing here?
do I like slice up the meat and like mix it in with the chicken, but I very rarely do that. Like I have to be on some freaky time to do that.
There's some times where I eat like the meat first or the best.
Wait, so when you're
first,
eating
but-
jollof rice,
See what I'll never do? I'll never eat the chicken and then start with the rice. That's madness.
so when you eat jollof rice, you don't eat the meat on top first.
No,
Oh my
move the meat
God.
to the side, eat the rice, and then go to the meat.
Or then why don't you just like have the meat afterwards?
That's actually what I'm doing. I'm eating
Like,
the rice
in a different
first.
plate, just warm it up.
It doesn't matter.
I just
Sort it.
Created themselves out.
That's one of my favorite British phrases. Sort it out. Sort it out.
Out, mate.
Also one of my
Never say
favorite
the T at the end.
one of
Sort
my
it out.
favorite insults.
yeah.
Like sort yourself out.
Sort it out. Yeah, you were saying my chicken can go on the. Why not put on the separate plate?
Yeah,
It's
like
the same temperature. It's like
nah, because like if it takes like one of them is gonna be like getting colder over time.
well, no, because
Well, how quickly are you going through the rice?
I eat my rice pretty quick. So like it's like the same temperature the last portion of rice is what the chicken would be. Plus, I don't like really hot food anyway.
Okay, fair.
So
For me, it depends on sometimes on the food. So like if I have like let's say like Thai food, and you have the rice usually will come separate if like you get a curry or something. Then sometimes we'll mix it up or start with the chicken or whatever.
But
Yeah.
meat is pretty much diced.
Yeah.
It's like,
But even then, it's more the sauce than the meat.
exactly.
at that point,
It's not
yeah.
like Nigerian or African style chicken where it's like a big piece, like a drumstick or whatever.
See, for me, I would eat like jollof first, and
Exactly.
then I'll go for whatever the meat is.
Human being to be.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Nah, that's not normal at all.
But you know, most people don't do that. Like
Yeah, but it's
most people don't do
Why
that.
should?
Yeah.
plus, like as far as the whole temperature with meat, like unless it's like actually cold or freezing, there's no bad temperature to eat meat. Like I'm not trying to eat it while it's scalding hot, because then I'm not even tasting anything. It's just in and down. So ambient temperature, like again, relatively speaking, it's fine. Like I'm chilling. But yeah, like, eating meat before you even touch your rice is crazy.
You eat them at the same time.
That's
meat
fine.
first,
But
a mouthful of rice. Boom.
yeah, no, the reward is.
Because a lot of people like with food will like have multiple things on the fork and then eat. That's one thing I can't do.
See,
Like
that's a lot- that's a lot
I
of
don't know what it is.
Wait,
I
wait,
just
yeah, that's crazy.
So you've never had plantain with jollof rice
No,
and
plantain and rice is fine because again,
Yeah.
the plantain is in chunks. Like you're dicing it up.
I've done it.
If the meat is diced up,
yeah, like, okay,
I'm talking of like again
like on the bone.
typical meat that you will have in Nigerian like jollof rice or whatever it is. It's not diced. It's like
Oh, see, okay,
it's
see,
like a thigh piece or a drum.
see,
or,
I like to, because I don't like the little what's it called, the little veiny parts of the like chicken or the so I break down the chicken first. So then it's take out the bone and then
you dice it up first and then
then
that's
have everything
fine.
all
That's
it
fine, but I'm dedicating time when I finish the rice to like actually like let's wolf this down now. Let's get into the reward of it. Like this is the reason I'm here.
But like
But, like-
plain rice, like rice and stew, obviously.
Or rice and stew, yeah. I'll eat like the rice stew. I'm not talking about, and like obviously I'm eating the food as it is. I'm just saying the meat is the thing I'm keeping separate. Whatever the food is, like I'm eating the food.
Is that all meats or is it just like
Salted meats.
bones?
What do you mean?
It's like because with beef, like it's easy to break apart. You just put
It's the size. Like the meat, whatever it is, I'm keeping the meat to the side. But not my preference is keeping it to the side. If for whatever reason I'm so inclined, like me dicing up the meat and eating it together with the rice.
So what if
that's
you have
rare.
what if you have veg? Well, where does the veg come?
I don't have veg on my rice. You're doing
What kind of veg am I having? Like I'm broccoli and jollof. Are you mad?
What's it called? We got like coleslaw or something like that.
Oh, stop it, man! Now what the fuck? Coleslaw with jollof rice is like what rice and stew. I don't eat vegetables just off rip. Now I might there might be a scenario where
I'm trying to get more. I'm trying to get more incorporated with the veg.
Yeah, I'm not having veg like in my thing. Like I'll do like sweet corn if it's mixed into something. I can't be bothered.
I shouldn't be laughing here, but you said it depends on the size of the meat. And I'd be fighting here, trying not to laugh. My God.
Oh, fair enough. I'm not. See, I'm talking about food, man.
I'm childish, man. I'm childish.
No, I hear you. I'm like that as
He
well.
said wolf it down as well.
Oh, that's crazy.
Pause. I'm trying to get this down.
Meats
But like, for example, if I was to order like suya and jollof here, I would just eat the jollof first and then eat the suya after. Like,
Exactly.
because like you said, for me it's like best till last. Like,
Exactly. Literally. Again,
it's the
suya
thing
is
I
one of
enjoy
those
the
things
most.
again because it's diced up. It's easy for me to, if I'm so inclined, mix it in with the rice and just go crazy. But if you give me like a thigh piece or a leg or whatever, like that's I'm saving that to last. That's just what it is. Like it's just save the best to last, man.
Cool.
Sorry, random clip I saw. I just thought I'd
Crazy.
get your opinions on it.
No, okay, fair.
I thought we'd be like on common ground because you're raised Nigerian, but apparently not.
Yeah, no.
Man's been westernized.
why does that feel like shade? Like, I thought we'd be on common ground because you're Nigerian.
different strokes.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hello. We're back. LITBS Pod here to talk about, well, firstly, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. We're going to have multiple other topics as well, which will come out in subsequent episodes. But this is the first one that we're going to start with. Before we start, don't forget to follow us on all social platforms at LITBS Pod. That's Instagram, X, YouTube, Spotify, all of that good stuff. So yeah, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Let's start with expectations. What was everyone's expectations going into the show? Because for me personally, I didn't feel like it had as much of the hype going in as, let's say, like a House of the Dragon did. And, you know, granted, that could have been because of how the second season of House of the Dragon went. We knew sort of like the show was going to have like a lot less of a budget, and it was only going to be 6 episodes, 30 or so minutes each. So what were you guys' sort of expectations going in?
Personally, I thought it was going to be good anyway, because they talked about Sir Duncan the Tall in Game of Thrones. So knowing what they were saying about him then, I knew this show was going to be good. I didn't think it'll be this good though.
Yeah, I didn't really have any expectations. I'm bad at character names, so the names didn't really stick out to me. And yes, I kind of just went into it just like unaware of what the big implications of the season was going to be like.
So you don't remember Joffrey saying to Jaime,
No, I've
"That's a
looked at
real
it
night
since.
over here."
I've looked at it
Didn't exactly
since,
say
but
Or
before
Basically.
not verbatim, yeah.
yeah, but before that, I just didn't have any expectations. I was like, oh, okay, well, it's I'm sure they'll do well. So I thought, okay, let me watch it. But I waited till everything finished before I decided to watch it.
As far as I didn't have any expectations because I was not really looking forward to this. Like in my mind, this is not what we should be focusing on. As far as the whole Game of Thrones universe, because I'm thinking what we need is a Robert's Rebellion. What we need is an Aegon's Conquest. There's a bunch of shit we need to get to before Dunk and Egg. And I've heard, like, obviously before all of this, I heard Dunk and Egg, like these side stories, but it just never really, nothing about it stood out to me. So I completely forgot the show was even coming out until I saw a YouTube reactor that I normally watch react to it, and he shared on the first episode. And I low-key kind of, not agreed, but like I could see how this would be crap. Just, again, I didn't watch it. I was just watching his snippets, whatever his cut was. And I was like, all right, let me just give the first episode a watch. Watch that. And I was like, oh, it's not too bad. And then the second one, okay, it's all right. It's picking up. And so, but yeah, going into it, my expectations were pretty much non-existent, but because I wasn't even thinking about it. But I didn't, based on the announcement, I didn't think it was going to be anything special, to be honest.
I think for me, I wouldn't have said like my expectations would have been high, but like I was excited for it just because it's Game of Thrones related, like in the Game of Thrones universe. I didn't know anything about the story going in like at all. I'd forgotten that Joffrey mentions Sir Duncan, obviously when he's speaking to Jaime. So yeah, I was excited, but I didn't have like lofty expectations. But yeah, the show definitely did a good job. Cool. So let's go into it. What were sort of do you think we should go episode by episode, or should we just go overall, or
because they all kind of blend into each other, but yeah, at least. So I guess impressions, the show, obviously where it ended, how it went, it was really good. I think it benefited from the fact that it's a really tight story, it's all completed, and it's just straight to the point. There's not much filler stuff, because that's where you start to get into iffy bits about, okay, they didn't explain this properly, or they didn't do this properly. So I think it was perfect length in terms of how they executed it. Sports. Literally, you were my hand. As soon as I said it, I was just like, all right.
if you didn't react, I wasn't gonna react. But
I couldn't not.
Yeah.
I couldn't not. But, I feel like it's just gonna be a theme throughout this episode. So forgive us if we're mature. It's just how we are. So I think it was perfect. And in terms of the episodes, the beats, the characters, all of that stuff, like obviously, it was really good, man. I think they did really well with all they had to execute. Personally, I'm looking forward to a lot more fighting, a lot more action-packed stuff. And it makes sense that there was just the right amount in this. And when I say action-packed, not necessarily fighting, but just a lot of the jousting. I wish we spent more time with jousts. That would be a thing I wish we saw more. That's not a critique. That's just
you mean as in
my
like
wish list,
on
like the actual
jousts
tournaments and stuff. Yeah. I wish we saw a lot more of that, because that's really exciting stuff. And the person that one of the things I really liked was Egg. How excited he got when he was watching it. That was like, I mean, cut paste like any sort of passionate football fan or NBA fan or whatever it is. Like that's literally, you get a sense of like 20s are this universe's thing. Like that's the Harry Potter's Quidditch. We were just talking about that earlier. This is, tourneys are the thing here. So seeing that kind of passion from him, like he did a great job. So I think characters, everything was great. We'll get into favorite characters later, but yeah.
I think it's good as well that the show was actually as short as it was, because the actual novellas that he wrote were like, I think for this specific story was only 80 pages, and there's only so much you can do with 80 pages. Really, you can't really turn that into like a 10 episode epic. So with what they had to work with, I think they did a good job. And to be fair, they did expand on bits of it that weren't in the novellas themselves. So yeah, it's just really well done. Like that's, if you were to do like a limited series or short series type thing, this is how you do it. Especially with the budget they had as well. It wasn't like a massive budget.
I quite enjoyed like the heartwarming kind of relationship between Duncan and Egg. I thought they showed it quite well, and it goes to show that you don't need dragons to make a good Game of Thrones show. So that for me, I enjoyed it from start to finish. I thought it was top tier, yeah, and I'm looking forward to the next season for sure. But as you said, we don't want to see like what they did to The Hobbit, expand it to 3 movies when it was just one little tiny book. 6 episodes is perfect, and because the way it was done, it now lays the groundwork for things like Robert's Rebellion or Aegon's conquest later on. So this is like a show for us to come back to Game of Thrones, especially considering how would I say mediocre season 2 of House of the Dragon was? Maybe, but
some revisionist history going on here.
I wouldn't say mediocre, but like it definitely
season 2 was good.
It definitely fell
good,
short of
but
like season 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
It wasn't like on par, but we'll get to that. Maybe.
There was a lot of filler, like
Exactly.
Damon in it.
Yeah. It's like, so yeah, I enjoyed the show overall. I thought it was done really well, and there's a lot of likable characters too.
Yeah, I like the fact that it's just because of how small everything is, you can get a better feel of all the characters you're meeting, and you have like more of a sense of like, if someone dies, you're kind of like, okay, this means this to this person or something like that, or even if it's like a small interaction, whether it's positive or negative to the main character, you can feel something whether someone dies or not. So I think some of my favorite characters probably aren't even like one of the main people there. I think we'll get onto it later, but I think my favorite character for sure is someone that wasn't there from the start, but I really like the presence and how they carry themselves and the decision making and stuff like that. But I liked overall just the way people interact with each other, how you can see there's a hierarchy there, even for like hedge knights and like people of noble birth and stuff like that. And I just like the way that not only did Egg and all the other side characters interacted with the main character, I just liked how people were just like in their own worlds and all the little plays and stuff like that, and all the little backstories everyone had as well. So yeah, I like the aspects of like world building. I wasn't expecting any Targaryens, and I did think that Egg was someone of noble birth when we like first saw him, but I didn't think he would be like a Targaryen. I didn't think we'd get any of that in this show, to be fair. But yeah, no, pleasantly surprised, and yeah, I think just seeing hints of like madness or like evilness in him, and seeing how that will be seen in like the future descendants and stuff like that. So I think that's pretty interesting as well. So I can't wait to see where it all goes wrong for him, really.
I'm trying to see who your favorite.
It's got to be Baylor, right?
Yeah.
Baylor, yeah. From what you said, it was Baylor. Baylor. Targaryen.
Baylor.
Yeah.
The king.
Oh, but you said he wasn't in there from the first. That's why I was stripped out.
Because he can't. I think it was the second episode
when they arrive.
I think it's the second episode when they arrive.
I think this is like third episode. I might be tripping. I don't know.
It could even be the first.
But I'm thinking it's some
maybe he writes past
character,
and
not even the first one.
Because they arrive at Ashford, and that's when
the first one ends.
Huh? Sorry.
Isn't that how the first episode ends, with them seeing them?
Maybe it is.
No, it doesn't end with them seeing them. It ends with him saying.
Oh, yeah, that's when they arrive. It's like the middle of the episode because they announce it's Prince Baylor and his brother Maker.
Yeah, I think it was the first from the first. That's what I was doing. I was thinking because I was thinking who didn't we see in the first one, but the only person I kept like bouncing off of was the blacksmith. I'm like, well, how would he be your favorite character? So that's the only character I could think of that wasn't there from the start. But again, I might be wrong.
It's funny you mentioned like hint of madness, like seeing it in Targaryens, right? Did you guys going into this know who's who in the storyline? Like who's gonna be?
Not fully. I knew Egg was Aegon. Like I knew he was a Targaryen. But I didn't really know the family. Lineage, so I didn't know who Baylor was or Maker or Aryan or Valar.
I know you knew.
No. Well, I knew like similar to Darren. Like I knew some of the sort of, I guess, lore behind Egg. Not even really. I just knew Egg was
because it's mentioned in Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
that's why.
Maester Aemon, isn't it?
Well, Duncan. Well, I know Duncan becomes Duncan.
Maester Aemon.
Yeah, Maester Aemon.
Oh, I knew that part as well.
Yeah.
I knew that part as well.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff, but not like you said, not Baylor and Maker and those other guys. I didn't know much about them. Speaking of, like, I guess I'm going to select favorite characters. Weirdly enough, Baylor is up there for me, but one of the characters I really, really like, but he probably has like 2 lines in the whole series.
It's Valar, isn't it?
Valar.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the name.
To be fair, his lines were good. To be fair, I think he's Baylor's son.
Baylor's son.
You know the one who has that like
the one whose armor it
hair
actually
with, like,
was.
white.
Oh, the one who was like mourning him. nearly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's like, why did he die for you to live?
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just, I just love Valara. And again, half of that might just be the name because
Yeah, it is a cool name to be
the
fair.
name is just so sick.
Yeah. And to be fair, I know his armor is kind of cursed, but like he's got quite cool armor as well. To be fair, everyone in the show they had like either good armor or like the clothing that they were wearing looked really cool.
I think
Dragon.
a lot of it is the personality too as well, because he had similar personality to Baelor, where it's like I like characters that are just calm, chill, honorable, matter of fact about stuff. Like just that's my kind of characters, man. Just don't do too much. Do what you need to do. Get the fuck out.
Judging from his tone, do you think he was pissed that basically the line of succession passes over him now?
It didn't pass over him. It was his.
No, his son, Baelor's son.
Yeah.
It now goes to Maker, right?
No, it's Baelor's son. Baelor's son is the heir to the throne.
But Baelor's not king yet.
He's the heir. Yeah, he's
Baelor's heir.
Valar is now first in line because the father is still alive.
Does it not pass to
Because like
Maker?
if for example if King Charles was to die now, it wouldn't go to one of his brothers. It would go to his.
It'd go to William,
right, okay.
and then it'd go to William's king.
Interesting.
George.
Like or if William died, if William died, it wouldn't go to Andrews.
Like the line of
It would go
succession.
to.
Oh, I thought
Is if Baelor didn't have any kids, then it would go
Then
to
it would.
Okay,
Then it
fair
skips. But if you have an heir, then it will go.
which you've been
follow that.
foreshadowing because Maker does end up on the throne. But
Yeah.
but yeah, so Valar is just great. I think.
Yeah. So for me, Baelor is probably my favorite, and he's definitely up there as one of the better characters. But I've done like a lot of like digging into his character and what sort of came before. Yeah, so the fact that his name is Baelor Breakspear is like such a good name. But also he's the hammer and Makar's the anvil, which is then basically like the nicknames that they got because of one of the battles they had in the Blackfire Rebellion. So before the show, I don't know if you guys know much about the Blackfire Rebellions. So it's basically the Baelor and Makar's dad. He had bastards who were obviously illegitimate, and one of the bastards was Daemon, who becomes Daemon Blackfire, and he was basically like as perfect a knight as you're going to get in terms of like battle and commanding and stuff like that. And his dad makes, on his deathbed, legitimizes all of the bastards. Whoa. And because of that, it gets to a point where Daemon is basically sort of like pushed to saying like, okay, I'm like the one who should be king, Baelor's dad. And there's another bastard, which is Bittersteel. I can't think of what his actual name is, but Bittersteel is he's basically like on the same side as Daemon, and they basically rise up to be in opposition to Baelor's dad Darren. So they basically fight at the Red Grass Field, which is you see where young Dunk and that girl's Rafe, where they're like looting the people's bodies and stuff. That's like the battlefield, like the aftermath of that. So the reason that they call the Hammer and the Anvil is that the Blackfire people are fighting against them, like let's say this way, and Maker is basically here, and his job is basically to hold them sort of on the front line, the anvil, and they want to sort of wear them down to a point where Baelor will come in sort of at the side and basically be the hammer and sort of kill them. So that is kind of how it happens. But there's a part where Daemon he like wounds one of the Kingsguard people, and basically his honor makes him be like, okay, I'm not going to kill this guy. I'm going to like is it like kind of let him live, or like let him surrender type thing. And one of the other bastards, which actually is it's Brynden Rivers, right? The Blood Raven, which is the Three-Eyed Raven, right? Yeah. So the guy who's the Three-Eyed Raven, he basically sees that what's going on and sees that Daemon is basically unguarded, and gets his like archers to basically shoot him, and he dies. And then the other bastard, Bittersteel, he carries on the fight, but they lose, and that's how the rebellion ends. So that kind of sets the stage of where we are in the show, because the Targaryens, they've just come off the back of fighting against the rebellion. People still obviously view them as being like a hostile force, but they don't have their dragons, so no one's really gonna like oppose them if you're like a common person or like
Right.
even a lowly house, but you know that they're not as powerful as like they once were.
Right.
So that kind of sets the stage to where we are in the
That
show.
makes sense why Aryan was kind of tilted when he saw the
Yes.
puppet show.
Yeah, because that's the sign of showing that the
Yeah,
crown
yeah.
to be weak.
Okay, that makes sense.
He was obviously a bit twisted in himself anyway because he sees himself as a dragon. And if you remember, Joffrey, I think it's Joffrey says that Aryan Bright Flame tried to eat Wildfire because he thought he was a dragon. So that's the same guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ego.
Yeah, pretty much. Any other good characters? Obviously we've spoken a bit about Baelor and there's more to discuss, but
I think my other favorite character was, I'm bad of his name, but you know, at some point, Sir Aaron, is it Sir Aaron? That's all.
Arlen of Pennytree.
No, that's
Sir Duncan.
Sir Duncan.
Oh, Duncan.
When he was talking about Baelor's sacrifice, and then he was talking to the other guy, he was like, he risks nothing. I was like, that guy.
You would like
that scene, I was like,
You were speaking facts. You were speaking facts.
it was like, fuck you. He risks nothing.
Yeah.
when it's time to read people,
Yeah.
like he
Yeah,
might abandon
yeah.
whatever side he's on just to see how good the
Oh,
reading
you're
is.
talking about Lionel.
Lionel.
Yeah.
Oh, Lionel Baratheon, let's
Yeah.
go.
He's good, man.
Nah,
At
nah.
first, I thought I kind of wait because don't shit talk.
Yeah, because it was still raw, innit? Like I was still hurt.
I still
Like,
respect it, but it's like when he started saying it, I was like, "You're right. He didn't risk anything."
that's why I knew you would like it. 'Cause like,
Yeah. I was like, yeah, you know what, fair.
That's character.
Cause he didn't need to join in the fight with St. Duncan. He
Yeah,
just left him.
But to be
behind, right?
fair, like, and again, it's crucial because if Baelor wasn't there, one of them, they would have got smoked.
they would have got smoked.
They would have got
Yeah.
smoked. Like it wasn't even going to be close because however good Lionel is, it was him. The guy with the broken leg, he lost literally
he
as soon as
died,
it started.
Oh yeah, he
Um,
dies at the start.
The madness guy, maybe he would have put up a fight, but again, we're going against Kingsguards here. Like, but yeah, they would be finished. Stefan is the Apple guy.
Yeah, is it Beesbury the other one that dies at the start?
No, Beesbury is the one with the
The ginger guy in it.
yeah, exactly.
Who's the first two that they say die? The guy with the leg and
Yeah,
is it the guy with the eye? The
Yeah.
missing eye. Oh right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Damn, the two disabled guys died first. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
And then exactly, so they got finished correctly. So yeah, I think
Yeah.
Baelor, yes, he didn't risk anything, but like he's
He was,
the reason
like,
they were all
holding the
still
balance.
alive.
Yeah.
One episode, by the way.
Yeah, but
So
that was-
that's a point of contention in sort of the Game of Thrones Song of Ice and Fire community, because a lot of people think that obviously Baelor is like honourable in stepping up and doing that, but a lot of people think that it was foolish, and obviously a lot of that is the outcome dictating what his decision. But what do you guys think of that?
Because he only dies because he wears the wrong helmet, no?
So he's unprepared.
So if he just wears the right one, it went
No.
well, no?
Well, see, I think people aren't thinking. And yes, Baelor is honourable, but that's
Yeah.
not the only thing that gets him there. He didn't need to join the fight to show how honourable it was. We already knew that from obviously the way he carried himself and how he spoke. The reason he did that was because, as you could see, people were already feeling a way about the Targaryens on the throne.
Yeah.
Imagine all of them with the Kingsguard gang up against this guy who everyone saw was just trying to save an innocent person. Like, what he did was smart politically as well, because they can't say, oh, the Targaryens are just purely...
Because if he'd have gone on the other side, then it's just Targaryens
Exactly.
being
Because
bad.
he
like-
didn't have to, he could just stay there and judge the
Yeah.
whole thing. But it would still look like, okay, Targaryens are just shafting everyone.
Yeah.
But because he's on the other side, it takes away that political part of it.
Right.
Now it's a question of just the fight and how it happens, and it's all fair because someone's going to win, someone's going to lose, whatever it is. So that I think was the main reason why he joined, because you have to play the political game of
Yeah.
I'm very conscious of the fact that people aren't on our side right now, and all of us being on one side, in theory, going against this innocent person just doesn't look good. So the politics of it dictates that he joins them. So that part of it I hear, and then also obviously is the moral side, which is he
Yeah.
was on the right side of it,
Yeah.
and he always was on the right side of it.
What a character.
It's just
Because I think as well, a part of it is that it's sort of the tragedy of like being so honourable, or like being so like like such a good person that he's obviously doing the right thing in what people would see, but he pays for it. And the way that that's kind of alluded to is when he says, when he's giving them like that pep talk beforehand, and he's like, the Kingsguard can't attack me, so like I'll deal with the Kingsguard.
Yeah.
And then one of the other knights says like, is that honorable?
It's honorable, yeah.
And that's kind of like the gods kind of like looking at it like, all right, that's not the honorable thing.
No, fuck them, because is it honorable? Yes, because I'm keeping them from killing you.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah. But I mean, like, as in, like, in terms of what a true trial of the seven should be. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Exactly. Well, if you're doing the trial of a seven isn't just in itself.
yeah.
Because now if we're going
In their beliefs, it is though. Like in the way that it's viewed, it
This
is
the
like,
whole might makes right thing.
yeah. And it's that
Yeah.
if you've got 7 chances, you know, that's going to shake out more towards.
But this is where I think again we have to go back to that's not a religious thing. That's a political thing with a religious face. As far as like, if I'm stronger than you, then all I have to do is put everything to a challenge as far as fighting, and I'm always going to win because you're not better than me. But then I'll put the religious face in front of it. It's like the gods wanted me to be right, obviously. Again, might makes right. So I get it in terms of the common people
yeah.
and their psyche of things. That makes sense. But if we're just looking at the nitty-gritty of it.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But
yeah,
no,
absolutely.
like you're saying, politically, optics wise, it looks great. Like for him to go,
He had to.
Yeah.
It's literally no other
like for
choice.
the legacy of your family, and but also like they said in the show, what the fuck is the trial of 7? Like,
Yeah.
like
yeah.
no one's gonna remember what happened in the trial.
Mm.
What they will remember is what happened like
yeah.
overall. It's kind of like, you know, if we win the Premier League, like no one's gonna care if we won it playing defensively.
Yeah.
All they'll see is that we won it in that league. Sorry, in that year. So I think
So-
it did make sense politically.
Could Baylor not have like been like, nah, the Kingsguard I'm gonna join thing, and the Kingsguard will be on my side because Baylor's the crown prince. Like, would the Kingsguard be like in that scenario? Would they not be more likely to have to follow him as opposed to Mako, or is it just because it's seen as the crown versus someone?
Well, there are two things, because there was how many Kingsguard?
3,
Where there were 3 Kingsguard.
3, yeah.
One for each of them, I believe. So one for Baylor, one for Maker, and I believe Darren. Darren or Arian, one of them.
Yeah.
Because their whole thing is just want to protect the royal family.
Okay.
So I think if Baylor could have said, okay, you guys come fight on this side, but his brother already told all of them to fight, and he didn't want to literally just go against his brother. Again, the only reason he's doing this is to keep. He didn't want
It's like to keep the most people alive,
Exactly.
basically. Yeah.
He's not trying to go against his family, really. He's just there needs to be a counterbalance to all of this. So even if Duncan died in the trial, ultimately that's not his beef. Like, he's just whatever. I did what I could, but we can't. It can't just be all of us on this side. So I guess it could have commanded one of them to be on the other side, but Duncan also had to go find 7. And if he didn't find 7, then he would have lost, and blah, blah, blah. So
Did you guys expect him to join as a 7th member?
I didn't
'Cause
expect
I
it.
didn't see it coming at all.
Yeah, no, I didn't expect it.
I thought someone would, but I didn't think it'd be. I thought maybe it'd be the blacksmith or someone like that.
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd be Baylor or even when the tall guy jumped, I stood up just to. I was like, I hope you die.
Yeah.
I hope you die somehow.
So I really
Were you
like.
against the Beast of Bracket? Or you against him after he did the bullshit?
No, after he did it, yeah, after he
Oh,
did it.
yeah,
After,
after,
like
yeah.
when he stood up and fired, I was like, yeah, I hope,
Okay,
I hope like a sword flings your way somewhere.
Like, I know you're not a humor guy, but I did enjoy the humorous parts of the show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Again,
I think it was done
where
well.
does I know you're not a humor guy come from?
I mean,
Nah,
Because I thought it was going to be about the MCU throwing
It's
humor in the
it's
wrong
just a
places.
specific type of humor.
Exactly.
sorry,
there's overuse.
what's
of
the
it.
name? Taika?
Oh, Taika.
Taika.
Waititi.
Oh yeah, but again, that's stupid. Exactly, that's stupid humor. That's not even humor. That's
Again,
just
when the humor fits in the setting and the world.
Yeah,
I like to
Like
laugh.
whole scenes about orgies.
Yeah.
I like to laugh, but it's like
It was a bit random in the first episode though, like where you see him shitting and stuff, and
I was seeing when it happened. I was like,
because again, context. We're
Yeah.
coming off of like we're not all good here.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're trying to win my interest and you're doing all this. Like, all right. Like,
But luckily, it pretty much stopped at the first episode. Like, it didn't really go too overt.
No, the second episode he showed his way.
Oh yeah. To be fair,
Yeah,
the start of the second episode, yeah. But after that point, I'd say it gets like it's fairly tame after that. Like, like a lot of the stuff I found funny was Maker. To be honest, like how much he despised Aryan and like his reactions to stuff.
I love that.
For me,
Yeah,
it
he's
was.
cool, man.
And go back to like favorite characters. It was Egg.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Egg's
when you see Egg react to Duncan flirting with
yeah,
that girl, he's like, "Wait, what? What's going on?"
because it's like. Dunk's a big man. Like, why are you asking Egg like how did that go and like asking for like his advice and stuff? Like the kid's like, I don't even know how old he's meant to be in the show.
Oh yeah, and there was also the scene where it's like, oh yeah, people always used to call me stupid. And it's like,
And he's like, what did you do? Like,
Exactly.
never you mind.
because that's the thing with someone being that tall and like that strong, you'd think that like he would be more of a brute or whatever, but he's not. He's not like a highborn person or anything. He's not like in position to power
He's from
to
Fleabag,
even
right?
do that. Yeah, so he's always kind of been at the bottom. So he's like mentally, he's always at the bottom, but like he's a big guy, like, he's a strong guy, and like
Love that.
Yeah, I think that's why Baratheon was like, the gods bless you with size, be tall, that kind of thing. So yeah,
His character.
but yeah, another character I like, I think I mentioned it. Maker was one of my favorite characters as well.
he's brilliant,
I just
man.
love Maker, especially like the scene where he talks about the regret. This is gonna follow me. I'll hear the whispers till I die. Like I love that scene, man, because you can tell the heartbreak. Like people will say this, but the gods know.
because I think that's it. Like as much as like him as a person had been, because obviously he's the second brother. Like his brother is gonna be king, so he's always. You can kind of see he's always felt second best, even from the part where they introduce them, and he's like, "Oh, Baelor, the crown prince of House Targaryen, and his brother Maker." Like,
I don't think so, though. You know, I don't think he begrudged that.
you could tell he did. You could, because you see, there's after they say that bit, he kind of like looks and he looks a bit frosty about it. Like,
No,
I think he's kind of like, not to the point where it damages his relationship with Baelor, but like I think it still kind of like eggs at him or eats at him.
Again, this is all speculation, so that could be true. But personally, I don't think it's that. I think it's just like, and again, maybe I've seen too many of these types of people, but people who are just like very matter of fact and straight about stuff. Yeah, like he's very like
like disciplined. Like yeah.
He doesn't like. It's not the fluff. It's the fact you making it. I guess you thinking it's gonna be a problem. It's like him just like rolling his eyes at it. Yeah. But like he's very. That's how I perceive him. Like he's very. Because even the scene we're talking about where they introduced them, and it's like Maker, like that's his name. That's it, and that's it for him. But I think the face he makes is like the ridiculousness of all these other titles after the fall. Like I think that's what he's sneering at. It's like, all right, because the prince, they give him all of this stuff, but like him and like he's chill, like he's because you can see even when they get to the room and he's speaking to his brother and his brother is talking to him like, I said fuck me, not them, that kind of thing. I think Maker is just like he's just chill, but because of his demeanor, which is like very straight, strict, people misread that as like, oh, he feels a way about being second, which is really. It's like a common thing that people use, but I think it's really.
Like you could tell he loved his brother. Like he. Cared
absolutely.
Exactly.
That's not.
And I don't think you're saying he didn't love his brother. I think you're saying his level bothered him, but I don't even think that's the case.
But even also, there's when Lionel says to Baelor about the mother's love thing, when he's like, no one fights like more fiercely than a man who lacks his mother's love. Yeah,
and I think like Lionel, like I'm saying to you, I think they're misreading it. They're thinking how they would feel in that situation. Like, of course, you would think the second born is always gonna like just fight whatever it is, but like I think a lot of even the frustration and all of that is he's fighting. This is my son. There's an instinct he's fighting versus my brother. Whereas like even when he lashed out, it was just like get off me, man. And I'm going back to fight the people he wanted to like go back to save area. Like I don't think Maker had that any kind of resentment towards his brother at all.
Oh no,
I don't see it at all.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't say that either. So Aegon is another. Obviously great character, or Egg.
Yeah, like he was great.
I really liked because like I said, I obviously knew he was Aegon Targaryen, but it's really cool in the show to see like how he reacts to things in terms of being a lord, and so like the hard salt beef that he's obviously stunned at the fact that people eat that. There's a part where he has his cider and he's like, there's a fly in my cider, but like for everyone else that's like a normal type of thing in it, like and it's really cool to see that kind of like, I can't think of what the word is, like parallel or like juxtaposition or whatever it is, to see him in a position like that where he's not obviously the same as all of these people, but he kind of fits in to an extent. But also you can see throughout, he knows his history, he knows every prince in the realm, as he says, except the shit ones, as he refers to Dunk.
Or the Knights.
Knights, sorry, yeah, not Prince, sorry, Knights, yeah. So yeah, Egg was just, he's a great character, man.
I just like the fact that he didn't back down as far as like his mouth, which could get him in trouble.
Yeah.
But like he was very like when the Mad Knight approached him first.
Yeah.
It was like, what happened to your like, what happened to your eye?
Yeah.
Like that kind of like that kind of just snarkiness. I really like that. Because again, part of it will be the Prince thing, but even beyond that, part of it is just, that's just me. It's like,
as well,
I'll question anything. Like,
yeah.
what are you talking to me for?
Yeah.
So I really like it. I think he played the role excellently.
I think he's 11, the kid. Like
Probably, yeah.
in real life.
Yeah. Like even the part, and this is one of my favorite scenes, was where he was going to kill Aryan.
Oh yeah,
It was dead, and then Maker comes out. Like that's one of my favorite Maker scenes as well.
Well, Maker's just sat there, innit? Like
Because sat there and he sees him, and he doesn't scold him or anything, just like
because he understands.
it's like I feel
right.
just, and then he drops it, and you would think, oh, he would give him a talking to or whatever. It's like. It's my kid, man. Like, and I know what this other idiot is doing as well.
Yeah, because even with Egg, like, he obviously knows that the majority of this is his fault. Like, that all of this has happened. Like, if he hadn't have found Dunk in the first place because he wanted to scry for someone, like, I guess Darren is also very largely to blame for it. But
and I like the fact that Egg doesn't even like. Obviously, he knows his father, so there's no like, because like, a lot of these shows will play it up as like, oh, Egg he hates his dad and his whole family. It's not. It's not blanket. It's not his whole family. Like he doesn't. He loves them. The only person he has beef with is Aryan, and that's the person he takes it out on. So I love that fact. Like again, like even when Maker said like, he's my last boy. Maker might low key be my favorite, and then there's
great, man.
Baylor if I'm really, because Maker really, he touched me, man, because that pain of like, I didn't mean to do this, but now I'm stuck here. That's different.
Anything else you do on Egg?
On Egg?
Yeah, on Egg or Maker or anyone?
On Egg.
Not really, but I mean, I like the fact that, like, moments of like tension or are sometimes broken with like humor sometimes, but not so much as a distraction, but more like just to take away the audience's like view for a second. Because like, for example, when Sir Duncan was getting prophecy from the lady, and then she was saying, oh, you're gonna be richer than an Lannister, and then she goes to Egg, and she's like, people are going to rejoice at your death, and then he looks genuinely shocked, and then you just see Sir Duncan just laughing, and he's like, yeah, thank you. So I like the fact that they have like little things in there that will like show future prophecies, and obviously you find out afterwards that I think he's the Mad King's grandfather.
Egg.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
So so seeing stuff like that, and then also seeing him trying to kill his brother near the end, it's like, okay, well, even though he goes on this path with Sir Duncan, I still think the prophecy that she gives must be true, because something must go wrong at some point between them or with him personally, and so I'm looking forward to that. The child actor was very good as well. I think it was very emotive, and portrayed his character really well.
Who would you say is the funniest character in the show?
Funniest?
Who?
Different kinds of humor, don't we?
Yeah.
I've got someone in mind. I don't know if
it might be the Podrick type character, you know.
Raymond.
Raymond.
Raymond Foster.
This is why I rock.
Yeah.
'Cause that's my answer as well. Like,
Yeah.
real purpose.
Because this guy, he doesn't have 2 brain cells, man.
Honestly,
Like he's obviously brave for like stepping up and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Him,
Just-
he had sex once. He's got. Oh yeah, we expect.
Yeah,
You know, like, I'm like,
She
even
found
Sir
the lick.
Duncan's not that dumb. I'm like,
she,
what?
she found the lick. She's a noble woman. But the bit that that sticks out to me as well is when he was getting angry and talking about the Targaryens. Like the best thing a Targaryen could do is
yes.
finish on his wife's tits. That
yeah,
whole
that's
diatribe.
good. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
But then he says he got it from Stefan.
Yeah, that whole diatribe, perfect. Like
Yeah.
he was good. He was really funny. But yeah, I just thought.
But again, that was like so important in seeing like how the common people view the Targaryens.
Exactly. As far exactly. So yeah, that was good as far as
But the what's it called? The one guy who, like, I hated his character, then I liked his character, and then I hated his character again. Was his cousin?
Stefan.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, this guy's
Who the fuck is Star
that's
Stable?
garbage.
Yeah.
And then he had that one speech with Sir Duncan. I was like, you know what, fair. I was like, and then straight away he's like, he just switched teams. Like, I'm gonna be a lord. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this guy.
You sold your honor.
Honest, yeah. And then
Sold your honor for a lordship.
yeah.
That nigga, people sell this all the time. I got a lordship out of it, and I.
I was like, I hear it, but now's not the time.
Ron, yeah.
Yeah.
So after that speech, like, nah.
Yeah, that's what made it crazy is the whole speech he gives him.
Yeah, he's gonna gather people for him. He was like, yeah. As long as you're under my protection, I will not let you die, sir. I was like,
But the thing I kept thinking with that scene was everyone must have got to him quick.
Yeah. That's
But
what I've
the
been
thing
trying
is,
to
we
work
don't know how
out.
much
Like,
time between
yeah.
when Duncan leaves them and when they have that conversation. So
Yeah.
obviously he might have been searching for people.
well, it's the
throughout
same night,
day or
isn't it?
whatever.
Well, it's like
yeah,
that's the
he
night
only had the
before,
night,
isn't it? So and they fight at dawn, innit, or
Yeah, the
dusk,
next-
whatever it is.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well,
he must have.
You said night before, it might be like late evening, but this is the
Yeah,
thing, I
yeah,
don't know. It
Oh
might
yeah,
be
time wise,
a
yeah.
day in
But it had to have
between
been
or
quick,
something like that.
basically, like
That's what I'm saying.
because
so-
he's not gonna wake him up when he's sleeping. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think it must have got to him at that time because I was debating, did he get to him after he said that and then he changed his mind? Or was he, I think he got to him before then because that lets him put his guard down and not look for people. And then he turns up and he's screwed. But obviously Egg went out as well and found people, which was lucky for him. So yeah, it was, I mean, the show overall was great. They executed it great. So can't wait to see what they do with it next.
I did like how they started with Egg wanting to be a squire and then finished it with him being the squire. That was a good way to wrap it up.
yeah, full circle.
And we haven't mentioned it, but I did love the scene where they're eating the is it the salt beef sandwich thing?
Like that. No, it was like
Oh,
bacon, eggs.
Oh yeah, bacon eggs, yeah,
and
then like
bread.
you see it, they're both sitting down with each other, but they're eating exactly half of the meal together.
Yeah.
And even though like Eggs way smaller than Duncan,
Mm.
it just shows that Duncan sees him like as an equal.
But also he sees a lot of himself in him because like obviously he thinks at first he's an orphan and obviously Dunk was an orphan. So he sees a lot of himself in him and that's why he feels so betrayed. Well, one of the reasons he feels so betrayed that he's actually a prince.
That whole every time I watch these medieval shows, it kind of just reinforces to me. You know, we had a question way back when of like, if you could go back in time, what era would you go back in? I always used to think, oh, medieval times would be nice because
Oh fucking way!
the more as time gone by and like I've thought about it, I can't.
Yeah, it's just
The thing that keeps sticking to my is,
pasteurized milk.
but the thing that it's not
Hygiene,
it's
bro.
not the food, it's not
Hygiene's a big
anything,
thing,
it's
yeah.
not all of that.
Yeah.
It's the smell.
Yeah.
My nose will fall off my face
but
like
you-
within
you-
5
you-
minutes
you-
of being
you-
around them.
Oh yeah, if you transport yourself now.
Yeah.
Sure.
Because I don't know what these men did, man. Like everything. Like, bro, I'll die. I'll die.
He said, because I said transport yourself there, and then he just said, get him.
Oddly enough, I don't even think that'd be the case. Which is, it's a weird thing. It's a weird thing of the whole.
Yeah.
Because
Just say you're from
slavery existed.
Yeah. Just say you're from Essos, innit? Like,
Yeah, slavery exactly. Slavery existed, but it wasn't automatically tied to your skin. At least with most rural cultures back then. So I don't even think I would have to worry about that. At least that far back. Because like a worst case scenario, I could just talk my way into being a magician because of all the shit.
Yeah.
You know?
So
Plus Valarians are black.
what do we? Yeah, no, yeah,
Only in
yeah.
Hot do, we don't know that for sure.
So what do we think of Dunk? Because we've not really spoken too much about Dunk, but what are our thoughts on Dunk?
Standard night, it's chill, it's cool.
He's like a gentle giant to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think he's like just he was trying to do things that far exceeded like what his like standard was in society. Because like even I think midway through the show we find out like he wasn't even a hedge knight. Like he
Well,
wasn't
we
even
don't know that.
Do we not know that?
They left that
But-
question open as far as him being a knight.
I thought he was like, oh, why did you never make me a knight?
Yeah,
But they
he
didn't
does.
answer it because he came
Yeah.
back to life after that, so he could have obviously.
Oh, I
been
thought that was
later
after
on.
he's dead.
Yeah.
Okay.
But then also at the very start, when Arlen dies, he says, "I would leave your sword here, but it would like get rusty or something like that."
Yeah.
So that if he had actually knighted him, all of his possessions would go to Dunk, so Dunk wouldn't need to bury it with him.
No,
That's-
not
that's-
necessarily.
That's right, no?
No, that doesn't depend on whether or not United. Because Balaam was saying the only thing you can inherit, because again, it's not even the whole inheriting and stuff. It's not about being the knight. It's just about that whole paternity thing. So only a son.
Oh,
can
it's
take
only a
your
son.
Shield
Okay.
and sigil and that kind of stuff.
Mm.
As far as his stuff, that's just stuff.
Mhm.
Whether or not you put it, like if Dunk had his own sword, he would have buried the other guy's sword with it.
So
Like it didn't.
the reason
yeah,
why
it
he
didn't
didn't
have a sword.
like the guy was because he just never knew how to do it.
No. So, but I think that they're playing into that ambiguousness
Yeah.
or ambiguity. They're playing into that because, again, personally, obviously for the show and everything, it'd be more interesting if he didn't do it. And he's just.
So he could have saved himself a lot of trouble by just saying, "Oh, I'm not a knight."
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, so you're saying who didn't know how to do it?
So Duncan.
Know how to.
Yeah, he thinks he did.
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
I think
Like just
obviously
before
it's
the
the
trial.
conflict. Yeah, it's the
Yeah.
conflict of this is my boy.
But no,
I'm
but
about to probably go die here.
the only difference then is why does he let Lionel do it?
No, but
if that's-
this is the
yeah.
thing. Like he had no choice because
Yeah.
again, if he doesn't join, they lose.
Yeah.
So, but when in that moment, again, this is. It's
But
not
then
like a long
he would just
time.
do it then.
It
No?
wasn't. He would have
it's
done
not-
it.
it's not
It's a
on
long
his
time.
conscience.
I don't think he would have done it.
No, I think he would have done
Dunk
it.
wouldn't have
Because at
done
that
it.
point, the reason why he leaves
Yeah.
is because
Because they call him
we
over.
had to
yeah.
go to
Yeah.
speak to the front. I
But-
think he would have done it. It's just
Looking at him, I don't think he was going to do it. Like looking
No,
at
body language
how
is-
he's reacting, his
Yeah.
body
Well,
language,
this is
and
what-
the way he
this
was
is
looking.
like I'm knighting you so we can go die. That's his mindset because as far as
Yeah.
they know, they're about to go die.
Yeah. But it's like when he tells him to run, and he's like, "If you run, you'll die. If you stay, you'll die." It's the same thing, no?
Well,
Like, so surely he would just do it then.
no, because Raymond was saying that to him.
Yeah.
But again, it's an honor thing for him as
Yeah.
far as like him staying. So I think those are two different scenes.
Okay.
Like again, obviously, if he's not a knight or maybe he doesn't know the
Yeah.
words, but I think he knows. And the reason why I think he knows the words and would
Oh yeah, I think he would know the
like
words.
yeah, and I think he would do it because again, they had
Great
no
scene, by
choice.
the
They
way.
were about to
Yeah.
lose. Like there's
Yeah.
if he didn't do it, regardless of Baylor or anything else, they've lost because they didn't have the numbers. So I think he would have done it. And he definitely knew the words.
Because for me at the start, I wasn't like too much of a big fan of Duncan. It was just more like his kind of like awkward sort of bumbling character, like
yeah.
trying to like it felt like he was trying so hard to say the right thing as if he'd been like practicing it, and
Yeah.
like in the way that he would speak to his he says his
Yeah.
betters, like your grace,
Speaking for
beg your
me,
pardon, and all that stuff. And it's like it just came across. I'm like, but the more sort of the show went on, I started to like buy into his character, and you could see sort of like the heart and like how good he was. So
Would you say he's a bit naive?
Well, yeah.
yeah,
Definitely.
yeah,
It's like the scene that sticks out to me is like he believed Egg when he said that his dad let him go be a squire for him, and that's at the end of the show. I think he is as a character, like I said, gentle giant, but bit naive here and there.
Well, he's like one of them people who he believes that you've got no reason to lie to him, so he will believe.
Yeah.
He just
Plus,
believes
he's
you.
thinking, why was
Right.
Egg lie again after he knows the consequences of him lying?
Yeah.
I know you're not going to lie to me twice.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's wrong, but
Yeah.
that's part of the naivety. But it's kind of believable because again, he already spoke to his father, and the father was kind of thinking about it. So it's not like the father said absolutely no. He was just like, "That's my only boy," and he's thinking about it. So
The thing that confuses me slightly is, yes, he's a very nice guy, but he grew up in Flea Bottom. Shouldn't he have like a bit more street smarts?
not everyone who's
I
born in the
think
streets
he's-
is streets, man.
It's more like him just being out of place, like
Yeah.
his nature being out of place
Yeah.
for a place like Flea Bottom. Like if he grew up on like I don't know, like just some
Like
random like No, like smaller than that, like some random hut somewhere, like in the countryside. That would have been more like tailored to, I guess,
Yeah.
his nature. But because he is in probably the worst place for someone like him to be, he sticks out, and he's tall as hell as well. So
Plus, even going back to the whole believing Egg thing the second time, as far as him saying he's allowed to leave, Egg doesn't say, I'm good with you now. He says, my father says, and honestly, him having the conversation is more believable if Egg is saying, my father told me, because it links back to, okay, obviously you've spoken to him, and he's just like, he's your dad. So, so it makes sense that he would believe him the second time around. So, yeah, that was good, man.
let's see, any other characters that we liked or disliked? Because we've not really gone into characters that we disliked. I don't know if there's really that many.
Again,
go for
you mentioned Lionel,
Yeah.
Anthony, but yeah, I really liked his character. His acting is phenomenal, by the way, and I really love the scene where they're like dancing at his tent, I guess. That shows.
Yeah, they were stepping on each other's feet.
Yeah. Something different, you know, like
That scene makes me really hungry.
culture, a little bit of world building, as you said earlier. But entertainment, and I quite enjoyed that scene actually.
Yeah, it's like light-hearted, humorous,
Yeah,
like
too
fun.
How the show should be, right?
Yeah.
And then
bit
with us
whimsy.
all drunk and like dancing on the tables and everything, like.
But that's pretty standard, though. It's like
But
shows.
Wait, do we know his what's it called? His line of succession.
Hey, Lionel.
He-
I don't know.
Baratheon,
He's a
brother,
Baratheon, yeah.
But is he like directly to?
Directly even.
Like, is he the Lord of Storm's End?
Yeah.
He is. Okay.
Didn't he invite him?
I don't-
to
So is
He
like
did say, yeah, he
Robert's-
did, but he might just live there, innit? Like,
Oh, I'm pretty sure he's like
grandfather?
Robert's
Is it what?
great grandfather.
is he?
Oh, yeah. He'd be
grandfather.
an ancestor to Robert.
Yeah, is he?
Yeah.
Is he? Okay, he's that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he would be. But I don't know that for sure. But I don't see why he wouldn't be.
I mean, it could be like a brother to someone who was.
Yeah, probably.
Because yeah, like seeing how good they've showed him, I'm sure if they do the Robert's Rebellion, it's gonna bang. It's gonna bang. I want to see Robert in his prime.
Yeah, Robert and Egon. That's the two I want to see. Let's see, any other characters?
I can't think of anyone
To be fair, what you said about Valar, I liked one of the few lines he has when he says, "How many sons?
Yeah, how many? Yeah.
How many sons?
Oh, yeah.
Die in the sons.
Yeah, how many fathers die in their son's armor?" Yeah, that was because it was good to see obviously how he's obviously taken it, even knowing that he's I guess going to be
blaming himself as well.
yeah
It's like-
yeah.
Yeah, it's like why would they take him and not leave you?
Yeah.
And when he was trying to run, it's like, be gone with you, Sir Duncan. Like, it's not about you.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just
Yeah.
I'm just, you're hearing me.
He's just
talk.
processing that
Yeah,
out.
it's just- It's like Duncan was trying to explain, or I've often the way he was trying to do what did he make of. I've often thought about it. It's like, all right, man, just all about your business. Like, let me. I love that energy because I've been. How do I put this without sort of going too crazy? I've been in a position where I've had to mourn people, and so I feel like I relate to him the most because that's usually how I would process things. It's like I'm usually just in my head doing my own thing. Like everything else happening around me is just I'm on autopilot. Like it's just okay, man. But it's not like a lashing out. Not to say one's obviously a good way to process or whatever. It's just my sensibilities are more closer to him, and so when he did that and said that, I don't know what it is about that line, "Be gone with you." It's just it's that it hit me, man, because I'm just like, I hear you, man. Like just let me be, like kind of thing.
It's just like,
But it had to have a
funerals there as
Yeah.
well, isn't it?
But it had to have that, like, obviously he didn't seek him out. Duncan came to him, but it's like, all right, this is all you. There had to be that kind of interaction, but it's like, no, from my side, just not really. Just I'm just like, yeah, just let me be. Like, I love that.
You know what? Yeah, just in the bit of Lionel, when obviously he talks about Baylor risk nothing, and then he's like, the gods don't favor a fraud. It's like, oof.
That's the line.
Oof.
That's the line. That
When you said that, I was like,
Did it? And do you know what?
I watched it twice.
Yeah. I was like, did he say fraud? Like,
I was like, fraud. It's the way he said it.
like
a
this. I'm
fraud.
like, that's so Anthony. Because he's
Oh
like,
my
he
God.
I can't, like that line actually pissed me off.
He's already dead.
Yeah, that line pissed me off. I was looking at like what's his name? I was looking at Lionel like, fuck off. Like just fuck off with you. Like I'm not saying your line from your especially from his perspective, all facts.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
All facts.
Because how are you trying to console someone's like, oh no, this person died. I was like, I fought for you as well.
Exactly. So all facts from his side, but
And then directly after that, he's like, the caravan departs after the roast, and then it cuts to Baylor's body being burned.
they do that a number of times. I think the other one was singing about fish, and then they showed
the fish with the
evidence,
with the sword, the knife in it.
Yeah.
Any thoughts then on Aryan as a Targaryen, as a character?
Like everyone in this movie, everyone in the show, I think they just played their roles like, but like to a T in terms of plot.
Aryan, the character, then.
I thought you would have called him a pussy.
I mean, he is.
Well, he is, but
Yeah,
that's
like you called Joffrey a
Yeah.
pussy.
He's
No,
just
okay,
like Daenerys' brother,
like
isn't he?
performance,
Yeah.
like how they,
Yeah.
yeah.
But I mean more so about the character,
But
like
yeah,
what.
it's all about like the performance. all of
Yeah.
that. Of course.
Yeah. But also he's like the kind of like embodiment of what you'd expect, like a bratty kind of child of
Especially a Targaryen.
a dynastic family, like
Yeah,
especially
exactly.
Targaryen with the power and the stuff that's
Like
come
you
from their
call
family,
them
like
dragons, but you're like, I am a
yeah.
dragon.
Yeah.
So
Do you know what I
every
mean?
dragon
Like-
is abused.
Calling him a pussy is a bit far,
Yeah.
I think, to begin with, because it wasn't like
Was he beating up a woman or the Tanzil?
yeah.
And then when the
But-
one time,
but
then
this is the
the guy calls a trial for combat, he's like, "Nah, we're doing 7."
I hear you.
Nah, he's a pussy, bro.
I don't care what you say.
Talking shit, man.
What did I say first? I said he is. The reason why I'm saying this too far is because
Yeah.
when it comes down to the actual smoke,
Mm.
he would have killed Sir Duncan.
Yeah.
Like, if not for, I guess, I'm not even say we would have killed him.
Not like 1-on-1, I don't think.
You mean in the
No,
trial?
one-on-one, I think it would have still been a toss-up. But I think the reason why he did the
If it
whole
was just a
7
joust, if it started off jousting as well, then maybe. Yeah.
Because he's more skilled. He's more skilled than
The
Duncan.
jousting wasn't close. Like
Yeah.
he actually finished him.
Yeah.
That was
yeah,
a joust. Like he was
there.
there. One-on-one fight, I don't even think it's a 50-50. I think Aaron still would have won, but he wasn't sure.
Because he's more skilled. He's more skilled.
Yeah,
Like,
he poked Duncan up left and right.
yeah.
And
Look how many times he stabs him. Like,
exactly. I'm not saying definitely, but I'm saying chances are he would have killed them. The reason why Aryan picked the 7 and 7, and this is why I think he is a pussy, is because he didn't believe in his skills enough. Because he hadn't seen Duncan fight, so he's thinking, okay,
Size alone.
If he's anywhere even good and he has the size, I'm in trouble here. So let me increase my odds.
To be fair,
doing it in the
Duncan
others.
did like kick him or something.
well, he punched him up in it, and
Yeah,
then
in the puppet
and
show.
yeah. So
Well, again, but that's a sneak attack. Like it wasn't ready. And when it was all there, people were holding him back, and he still managed to kick up. So it's like, all right, I've seen this guy's strength. So even if he can't, like, even if the fight is 50-50, his strength takes it over. So he's like, I'm not sure. That's where I think the pussy all comes in. But as far as that, that's why I'm saying pussy's too far, because like it's not like he's a bitch.
no,
where
but
he
it's
can't
the way
fight.
that he framed it as well. He's like, oh, Darren also needs to basically get his licks
He
in.
had to
Like,
justify
I
that.
know, but that's still like
He had to justify that. Like I'm
Yeah.
talking like if
I know, absolutely
when
he
it
had
came
to,
down to
but-
the fight, he was about it.
yeah.
That's why I'm saying pussy is too far, because like it's not like, oh, he's like Joffrey, because Joffrey would do like
Joffrey would-
he's different
yeah,
to Joffrey in that
yeah.
sense. Joffrey is a true pussy. That's what I'm saying. I hear you with pussy.
Joffrey would have just done the normal trial by combat and got a champion to fight for him. Like,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's what I'm saying. Like pussy, I hear you because of his actions, but then I can't because like he was about it still.
yeah.
So it's a bit iffy.
So let's.
Okay.
Oh, go on.
I see what I was gonna say.
Like he's not Joffrey.
Yeah,
Like
to be-
if we're calling Joffrey pussy, he has to be something else besides that, because he was in there.
But comparatively, it's kind of similar to Jamie likes to fight in tournaments, not like proper fights like Ned did. 'Cause I think
I wouldn't say that. Jamie was about it too.
No, he was
Yeah.
fight, but
Yeah.
like he fought in tournaments
Like-
more, right?
Yeah, like I guess what you're trying to say, I think what you're trying to say is
Ned was
like,
saying Ned.
Jamie is about the flash and the whole,
Yeah.
the flash and
but
pump.
he
of,
was
like,
still with the
30s
shits.
and
Like he would still.
he
Yeah.
would still fight.
Yeah.
Ned is like just like maker,
Yeah.
like straight like
Yeah.
functional armor.
Yeah.
I'm not here to do any kind of embroidery. Like this is,
But I
I
don't
will
really
fight
think
you when it's
Ned's-
time to kill you.
Was Ned really much of a tourney guy?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tournaments like Ned
Okay,
is,
yeah. He's more like when I
matter
need
of
to go
fact,
to
yeah,
war.
I don't do tourneys because
Yeah.
I don't need to show you what I can do. I don't need to
Yeah.
show off. The day you fight me is the day you either die or I die. Like, because you're not gonna live to talk about this. That's like, and most of the people from the north. That's the whole
Yeah.
shit.
And it's quite cool then, like where you see Baylor just kind of throughout, you can tell how much like sort of care and attention he pays to things. So like obviously he remembers who Arlen of Pennytree is and where they fought and blah blah blah, and he knows like his history and like of the people around him. Like he says, he knows his foes.
It's a matter of life and death.
Yeah, but then in contrast to Maekar, like as very matter of fact as Maekar is, when he's like, "What the fuck's the trial of the seven?" and like he's maybe not as clued in as Baylor, but again, tell him what to do. He's doing it. Like
that leads into his matter of factness, because I'm not the heir to the throne. I don't need to know all this shit.
That's it. Yeah,
like,
he knows
the
what
things I need to know about, as far as like when we go on this battlefield. Like you're not seeing me there. Like I know everything I need to know about that. So I think again, their characters are. It shows you can kind of trace it throughout all things. So I thought they did really well with that. Yeah.
Anything else on Aryan? I do want to talk about the battle, the trial itself and stuff after, but I'm just trying to think character-wise. Is there anything else we can do?
No.
But like, to be honest, like I think that's all the major characters done.
All the other characters would be periphery, like
I was thinking like
those other things.
Are they Tyrells? The ones whose like birthday or celebration is?
No.
What are the
well, the village is Ashburn. I don't know what the family name is.
I don't know the fact. Because there's the girl in it who sat with
the princess.
Ashford.
That's the village, Ashford.
Yeah, Ashford.
Ashford.
Yeah.
Ashford is the village where or town or village, whatever it is. That's where they were.
All right, cool. So Trial of the Seven.
It is Ashford, the family.
Oh, it is.
In the beginning,
okay.
Then the first melee, the guy from the crowd says, "Lord Ashford foxes sheep" or something like that.
Right.
So and it's Ashford Meadow is the place. The house is Ashford.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah, but they were in a reach. Yeah.
Yeah. So what were you guys' thoughts on the Trial of the Seven itself, like in terms of how it took place, how it was shot, I guess the flashback in between, like what were your thoughts?
Just a lot of chaos, wasn't it? But I guess it mimics like what it would actually be like. You get to see a lot of Sir Duncan's POV as well, which I think makes it
so good, man.
Yeah, but I mean, I hate scenes like that just because like it just feels so claustrophobic. So same with the Battle of Bastards, like feeling like the loads of people on as well. I was like, I hate that. But like obviously visually it looks really good, and I think it just like shows like how chaotic and how much like how just crazy everything is, because everything's happening all at once. Like, and Sir Duncan's like slowness to the start is like, okay, like everyone else's horse is gone. Next minute, boom, he's getting like lance straight to his chest. He's off his horse already. People are hitting him left, right, and center. I'm like, you have to be like mentally tough to be able to like realize that. Okay, let's lock in sort of thing.
That's why I think, by the way, not to cut you off, that's why I think Lionel really liked him at the end. Not because of the fights or anything. It's like, okay, he's got guts. Because I've seen you've got the size and everything else, and I know you were wavering at the start or whatever you're going through.
He was thrown up.
You pushed in there, and you got busy. So that's why I think Lionel came to him as like, come with me, I can show you the ropes.
Yeah. So like if we find out like he's not a knight eventually, or if he actually is a knight, I think whatever's happened there, like he's definitely earned his knighthood.
Exactly.
So I think it was done really well. But like if I had to fight, then I would have died, because like, what do you mean there's muds? It's like,
the mud.
The armor is heavy. I'm like, at some point, like if that's what you can see, I'm like, just kill me.
That's the thing that trips me out about the armor. I can deal with. Like if I had to, you're dropped in here, you have to fight, be a knight, and all that stuff. I can deal with the weight, the armor, all of it. Going through the training, it's the field of view that I can't stand. Because
look at Arian's helmet. How the fuck does he see out of that? Like,
no, but his is actually even better, because in theory you could have.
Does he just? Is his normal like eye holes?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you would have that. I'd prefer that than that simple freaking line, because like you are fucked. Like you don't know what's going on your sides. At least I can turn my head and do whatever. But like as soon as I turn, woof, gone. I don't know what else is going on here. And you're in a melee. It's not like a one-on-one where okay, as long as I can see you, I'm fine.
It's a horse rider that just takes him like.
There's like 6 or 7 times.
That their horses like.
I can't. At least that style of helmet, like that would not be my style of helmet. The one Duncan had, like it would have to be something with like.
Because imagine you get up and then boom, just get like a mace to the head. I'm like.
Well, he literally did. Like he got maced like to the head as well. So yeah, in terms of the fight, I think the fight itself was fine. Selfishly, I'd like to have seen some of the skills of the other people. So like Lionel Baratheon, see how he performed, Kingsguard, what they did. But again, we don't need that as far as the story goes, and that's partly a budget thing, partly the way the story is. We're focusing on.
Well, that's why it was so like smoky. They said because of budget.
Yeah, we're focused on the people we're focused on. So all of that makes sense. But personally, and this is why Lord of the Rings to me is really up there. And I hope Dune does the same thing, where it's like, if you're giving me any kind of scale as far as fights go, whether it's 7, 1 million, whatever armies, I want to see the actual armies go through and do the shits. I want to see all of that. Yeah, we can focus on the characters, and I hope you don't lose sight of that. But you told me armies, I'm here to see armies. One of the things I hate about the whole Avengers thing, Endgame and war, you tell me war, but I'm seeing 7 man just... Sorry, like Civil War, that's what I meant to say. You told me that, but I'm only seeing like, so that kind of thing. I wish we would have seen more of that, but again, in this setting, it makes sense. No complaints whatsoever. It's just more of an eye candy thing that I wish we had more of. So yeah, fight was strong. Yeah, fight was really good.
Yeah, I think I'd agree to an extent. I liked just again the scale of it. It's obviously tied into it just being like in that small sort of area, and you get just you're fighting someone, bang, a horse just like drags you off, or someone that hits you off, then you look up and that person's been like punched off their horse and someone's been stabbed, and it's like you said, chaos, like all done very like really well. But Dunk it felt a bit much that he was like taking so many like I'm sorry, stab there, stab here, the sword thrown into him, which I like, I don't know, physically is that possible? I don't know.
But technically this is our first fight we've ever seen him have, right?
Who Dunk?
This is the thing. This is what I was going to say. Like, you say that, but I think that's probably, again, given his lack of experience, which we clearly know he didn't have that much of.
Yeah.
Because his only form of training would have been one-on-ones with Sir Arlen.
Yeah.
And there was an element of he would have been holding back in terms of his strength, because that's an old man. And his skill level will almost directly be related to Sir Arlen's skill level in terms of what he was able to show him. And we know it wasn't that great. It wasn't a slack off, but he's not there because man never won a tourney. They're telling us, okay, he's mediocre at the very, like, at best. So expecting him to, again, I actually, while I'm watching it the first time, I'm frustrated. Like, why are you getting poked up like this?
No. My frustration is not so much of him not being able to like block those or whatever. It's more just like, how is he able to like take so many blows? He's getting stabbed the fuck up. Like, well, I know he's a big guy, but fucking hell, like.
No, it's not that. It's the armor.
Yeah.
Like, and adrenaline. Like, you underestimate. Like,
adrenaline. I hear it. But he takes that first like bit of wood like to the side, and straight away he's leaking blood. Like. I need to check the time. We gotta take that bit out.
The rest of today we're on it.
But anyway, he got stabbed to the side, and from that point onwards, I'm like, he's getting like cut up and stabbed up so much, and I get in places he's got like chainmail and whatever and armor, but it just felt like it was a bit much up to a point. But
no,
fair enough.
I think it's just it's first time in battle, naivety. Or you can
but for me,
skill there,
I don't think his skill. Like, I don't think his skill level was anything more than I expected. Like, at least from what the show told us. Like, that was how I expected it. But again, the whole point of his part of the fight is it's showing his guts, like tenacity, his heart, and it all came through.
He powered through just a pure, and we've seen. And what's really cool about that is, when they did the flashback and you saw even the way he fought, even back then, was the same. Berserk mode. Like, his size for however old he was supposed to be back then is the thing that kept him alive. So it's not like he hasn't deviated too far from that. He's got a bit more skill now because obviously he's got weapons training some and lances and all of that, but he's still that crash out. So it makes sense that in the heat of battle, he reverts back to, I'm out here just going crazy. Even in the style of fight when he's fighting Aryan was again fisting him up. Like, that's someone who's got proper training. But he is like, I'm berserk mode now. Like, this is the end. Like, I'm going for it. So it was consistent. So I think his fighting in that and it made sense, even though it's frustrating as it is. It made sense.
Yeah. You guys pretty much said everything I wanted to say. I really like the part where Eggs like telling him to stand up.
Get up, sir. Get up, sir.
Yeah, that would piss me off.
But yeah,
I'm like, shut up. Like, whose kid is that? Like, shut up. I'm trying.
You weren't dunk.
No, if I was,
Oh, if you
if
were
I,
dunk.
I'd be like, I'm trying to rest. Then let them know I'm still. I'm trying to sneak him. Like, what are you talking?
Yeah, but that
Are you like
found a resting place.
I'm like, I'm trying to sneak him. I'm playing dead. I'm
Well,
still
if
alive.
they blow the horn, you're fucked. If they blow the horn, you're fucked.
Yeah, nah, but
You still have to close the distance. Remember, it's still far away.
yeah,
It's not like
exactly.
it's right there.
The guy's over there. He's like, oh yeah, he's dead. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's like, it's over.
not on my watch. But then if this little kid is like, he's still alive, I'm like, whose side are you on?
yeah, but
I hear that.
if you're
man.
Bron or Jamie, I can see you doing that, but I don't see like Duncan doing that. No.
Yeah.
That's the
But
boy.
yeah, I love how, like you said, the depiction of the chaos. Everything's moving mad, and now that I know about the budget thing, now it makes sense. Actually, they've done a good job. And with the visor thing, if that was me, I would have been finished because I wear glasses. So like, how the fuck am I gonna see?
And he got stabbed in the eye as well.
Yeah.
With a slit. Imagine shards of gas in your eye on top of knife.
Top episode. And it finishes with Baylor dying, right?
Yeah.
Like his skull's crushed.
Hey, that I did not expect that.
No.
I was like, because do you remember? I think when we did the TikTok live, I said to you that I think one of the either Baylor or Maker's gonna die because I didn't actually know the story. But I thought like they were gonna, because at that point obviously we didn't know that. Well, I didn't know about the Kingsguard thing because they hadn't said it. They say it at the start of episode 5. So I just thought one of them is gonna like take the other one out or whatnot. So seeing that at the end, yeah, oh my god, and just everything he says, he's like, my hands like feel like wood, and he was like, what is it, my brother's mace, he's strong or something like that, and I'm like, oh come on, man, and then him doing this, and it's still, I was like, all right, it's gonna be like you know, a cut or something, and then it showed like
brains, bro.
half of his.
It's crazy because from what the writer. Who's the writer again?
It's George R.R. Martin.
That's it. He said that if he had lived, it would have been a different
company. Targaryens would have probably lasted for
With him saying that, it felt like a canon moment. Like,
yeah.
Well, it is,
It's the universe of Game of Thrones where it went the wrong way. It could have went a completely different way, and it would have been best for the kingdom.
And it was an accident as well because Maekar didn't mean
the
it.
things I love about Baylor is the whole Targaryens keeping the blood pure and all of that stuff. It's their mother was not Targaryen; she was a Martell.
As in Baylor's mother, right? Yeah.
So that's why he doesn't have the white hair.
No, they have the same mum, but
they have the same mum.
yeah, but she's a Martell,
Well,
not
you
a
know
Targaryen.
the hair is
that's why
so
his hair
it
is
balances.
like
Yeah,
white.
so it balances out that whole
Targaryen
the specialness of Targaryen with the blood and
yeah.
all of that. With
I see.
like it takes away that kind of, what's the scientific word I'm looking for? It diversifies the gene pool.
Yeah.
Kind of thing enough to where even if going forward, it's kind of like a mini reset in terms of the whole inbreed
Because
stuff.
it's not full
In
Targaryen.
with the inbreed and stuff. So I love that fact that they were Martells, and just kind of again ties into the whole lore of like.
Wait, so all of them are Martells?
No, just
Baylor. And
so Baylor and Maker's dad married a Dornish Martell, and so I guess everyone sort of below them, like from their tree, has some kind of like Martell blood in them because of that.
Oh, okay, right.
But he managed to bring Dorne into like being the seven or nine kingdoms through marriage.
It was through marriage.
Yeah. So what is just quickly actually? What I didn't really understand the 9 kingdoms bit. How is it 9 kingdoms?
So it's in terms of 7 kingdoms, they're talking about the 2 places that Egg added were Dragonstone. I think one of the ones he listed was Dragonstone and the Crown Lands. The Crown Lands is like King's Landing and some.
Yeah.
So
right.
when they're saying 7 kingdoms is the 7 kingdoms Aegon conquered.
Yeah.
Minus Dawn, technically.
Yeah.
So he conquered 6. Dawn came later.
Yeah.
But then Dragonstone is like where the Targaryens were always always were. So
was
that
their
they
first
didn't conquer
landing spot,
that.
innit?
That's where it was
Yeah.
born. And then the Crown Lands is where it built King's Landing, which they
Ah.
don't count as part of the Seven Kingdoms. It's just
Yeah.
because one of the strategic points of the invasion was picking King's Landing itself because it was in the middle of a bunch of places. So there was a dispute as to who was supposed to go handle him, and that delay is what allows him to kind of group his armies and do all that stuff. So, so that's where he's counting 9. But when people say 7 kingdoms, it's typically the 7 kingdoms Aegon
That
conquered,
Aegon conquered.
even though it's really 6 because it didn't conquer Dawn.
Yeah. But yeah, shout out Baylor, man. That's a crazy way to die. And a crazy way to show it as well. That's mad.
The person I feel bad for, again, going into a little bit of spoiler territory, is Valar. And I want to see how
Wait, please don't spoil it.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
Valar's my guy, man.
I think
when
episode.
Kid
I
Valar.
think actually there was a debate going online about what is the best
It's a mic.
what is the best episode ever for IMBD. And I think the Game of Thrones fans were fighting against the Breaking Bad.
Oh yeah. So basically, I think it's
something like that.
episode 5 got like a 9.9 or maybe a 10, yeah. And then Breaking Bad fans saw that and just started giving it 1s and 0s and whatever. So they tanked the rating. So whatever the rating is now, it's been tanked.
I think it's not how people are that bothered.
I know, they're crazy, bro. Who even cares about Breaking Bad, man?
People do.
Topic said that.
I still haven't watched that.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
Or Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
Guess that's the next one.
So leading on from this, there's 2 other books. So there'll be 2 other seasons to do with Dunk and Egg.
Nice.
So I believe they're in the process of shooting this current one, and I think it's coming next year, at the start of next year maybe. And then the following one, I'm not too sure. What would you guys? Would be your expectations for that, or what would you like to see? Like, do you know anything about what's to come, or this is obviously spoiler territory, so we can divert. But what I'll tell you is, what would you expect, or what would you want to see?
I guess just loads more road trips is probably what I'd see or expect to see. I'd hope there'd be, as much as I like the kid actor, I'd hope there'd be like some sort of time skip, just to see all the travels and see some of the accomplishments he makes, because he gets 4 pages in the book in Game of Thrones, isn't he?
Yeah.
So I'd like to see at least like maybe 1 or 2 of those, and yeah, just seeing all the new people they'll meet, because I don't think outside of Duncan and Egg, I don't think we'll see like the guy who now has a child or any of those people anymore. Maybe Lionel, might see him again. But I don't think all of the other casts, like I don't think we'll see.
Funny enough, the person I think we might see again is the Raymond. Some of the way, like, because it might be like a correspondence at least kind of thing. I don't know. Just if we do see anyone from the original gang, I think it would be him as opposed to Lionel.
Like a raven sending messages.
No, Raymond.
No, like a raven.
Yeah, or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who have, I think
some kind of.
Either that or like
if he's the most likely out of the gang,
Like he's found some way to become important or something.
Wait, is
He's a dad now.
he a lord now, or like what's what
well,
happened to him?
He's with
he
child.
started his own branch of the family
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's a night owl, so.
because he was always a noble person, but just not the head of his house. Which going into the future, there's a whole thing with the 2 Apple families. But yeah.
Yeah.
To be honest, I wouldn't know what to expect going forward, but as long as they stick to the source material, I'm happy with whatever they show, because they clearly know that they can. Well, we clearly know that they can pull it off if they just stick to what's the major events and stick to the source material. So yeah, so long as they just keep doing what they're doing, and I guess with less expectation, they'll less likely fail. And honestly, I think the show's great anyway. So
Yeah.
but honestly, I wouldn't know where they're going. But I would like to see the relationship between him and Egg shown more as they're growing, learning about each other, fighting. And of course, we're going to see some madness from him at some point, so maybe showing more of that. And then, as I think you mentioned, Anthony, at what point do they split? Is it when he dies because he's older, or is it because they've had a dispute? So I don't know the storyline, so it's like kind of going into it blind.
One thing, sorry, just going back because you were talking about Raymond, where Egg is talking about how Aryan had like come to him at night and like said he's gonna cut off his dick and make him a sister, and then Raymond bursts out laughing because it's such a serious moment, but Raymond's obviously like finding the humor in it. I thought that was great, man. Yeah, Raymond's a good character, man. Raymond's a good character. Anything else about the show at all in general? Like any characters, any story points, anything that you liked, disliked, any characters you disliked, any things you disliked? Because there's not really much for me anyway about disliking the show. Like,
there's not much to dislike really. Like I think, like I said, like it's this one, those ones today at the park. Like,
what would you rate it out of 10?
I mean, I probably might be a bit conservative, but probably like an 8.5.
I think that's about right. I'd say 8.5.
Yeah,
I think 8 feels a bit too low, but 8.5 feels just right.
I mean, I guess my question is, what will be the reason it doesn't get a 10?
I think the first couple episodes are a bit like slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, but slow as in when people say that, I'm always like,
You said it
rolling my eyes
yourself
because
earlier.
Like someone has to, you have to set.
You said it yourself earlier.
No. I'm saying like the first time I watched it,
Yeah.
I watched it through a guy's reactions on the cuts, and then when I watched it properly, I was kind of like, okay, like I see some bits here, but again, I guess.
Does that sound like a 10?
No, but the parts of I always build in when shows are building up.
Yeah.
I always give a bit more grace there because however good this is going to get, you have the first building block has to be set. And if I'm judging that first building block as in episode 1, I guess obviously there are varying levels to which how good you can do that. You can obviously do it really, really bad. But if that building block is placed really well, compared to the others, it's going to be not as good as them, as you could say. But you absolutely need that for the others to be good. So, I mean, ultimately, if that's the reason it doesn't get a 10, fair enough. But personally, I would give it a I just think it's a perfect show, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like
that's fair.
I would give it the 10. Again, that's not to say all 10s aren't the same, obviously, because it's not as complex as Game of Thrones. I wouldn't say this is better than Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Like I guess the way I'm rating it.
But if you're rating it just based on what it's given us, like the execution, like
rating it just based on execution,
not rating it against anything else.
This is the idea. This is what it is. You did that at 10. Now, if I'm putting on a scale of Game of Thrones and whatnot and all of that stuff, then obviously Game of Thrones is still the champ just because.
And even then, it would be certain seasons of Game of Thrones.
Exactly. So once we start getting into seasons 5, 6, 7, 8, then different. But the show being executed in its own sort of by itself, I think it's perfect. There's not much I can give it in terms of notes or changes. And then, but if we put it in the context of Game of Thrones and the larger stuff, then I'll probably give it a 9. Will be my score. I don't. There's not much here that I can give it in terms of notes it literally did exactly what it needed to do. That's it.
Yeah, in the context of Game of Thrones, it's not like a 10 or anything, but for what it is, what they're trying to show, the relationship between them, a heartwarming show, I think they've done really well. I personally would give it an 8.5 in that sense. The only thing that is missing, which they can show later, is like, and what makes Game of Thrones great is the politicking, like the politics.
But again,
it doesn't need. It might not have that.
When you say show later, that's what we're not asking you to judge that when they show you.
That's what I'm saying. The show is missing like a bit of politicking.
Is it?
Yeah.
Where would that have come in?
That's what I'm saying. Like, there is none.
So I kind of get what you're saying. So like based on like what Game of Thrones and even House of the Dragon give us in terms of that like power dynamics and struggle and power struggle, families and stuff. Yeah, that's not in the show.
What the storyline is, they've done a great job doing so.
Yeah,
I can't award it like a 10.
Yeah.
If it doesn't have like these elements.
Yeah, so just based on it being a product of Game of Thrones. Yeah, I get what you mean.
For that
I get what you
reason,
mean.
April 5, but it's more close. It's closer to 9 than it is
Yeah.
an 8.
But I think also that's deliberate because the main character is someone who's not a noble. So,
Yeah.
like, even though we do see the Targaryen family, they're very much like part of the story, but not the main focus. So, in the same way that, like, in a different way to how, like, Game of Thrones and House of Dragon, that you're following nobles here, there, and everywhere. Like, especially House of Dragon, it's all the Targaryens. So, yeah, there might not be necessarily a big need for it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I think the
because
only
Game
time
of
that actually
Thrones
showed.
it's just a Game of Thrones. It's like the whole
Yeah.
show is.
It's in the name.
Well, this is why I like grading things in a vacuum, because like
Yeah.
this is what we're grading stuff.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. Game of Thrones is this. Now, if you're telling me, okay, go across, but then I'll start to say, okay, you're not big enough.
Mhm.
This had to do way more.
Mhm.
This is a longer run time, so you like those. If
Mm.
if House of Dragon episode, not House of Dragon, Knights of the Seven Kingdoms were 1 hour episodes, and we had a bit more fluff in there. Obviously, then that starts to take it down because you need to do more in that hour
Mhm.
that you've got and all these other things. It's a mini series,
Yeah.
so like it's easier to get a 10 doing that
Mhm.
than it is to get a 10 doing what Game of Thrones did.
Okay, yeah.
Like there are more opportunities for you to fuck up,
Yeah.
not as much here. So I'm very comfortable giving that a 10. But again, I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, it's as good as
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Game of Thrones or
compared to other
anything
mini
else.
series, it is definitely better than like whatever Disney Plus is releasing. Like,
Facts.
what-
There we
what
go.
was released.
That's a good comparison. If,
Yeah.
okay,
whatever Star
so
Wars is releasing.
judging in a
Yeah.
vacuum, exactly. Judging in a vacuum, say put this
Whoa.
against Loki.
I won't go that far. Andor was great.
Okay, maybe Andor.
I haven't seen that.
But yeah.
I haven't seen that.
But yeah, no, I get what you mean. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. So
Cool.
agree.
Anything else, anyone? Any?
Nah, I think looking forward to next season. No expectations again. I just want to see a bit more tourneys, actions. That's it. More forgetting, but that's the Neanderthal part of my brain, I guess.
Cool. So we'll wrap up that first section. As always, guys, follow us on all social platforms and all podcast platforms at LITBS Pod. See you guys next time.